Hello and welcome. Spring has definitely sprung. Even in the Chicagoland area, we are in the 70s, very excited about that. But this last weekend, we went out of town to Minnesota, and lo and behold, there was a ginormous garden center, and I think it's a Minnesota thing because I think there are multiple ones. But I'm bringing you a short tour because I only had a half an hour, and apparently I only saw a third of the store. But this store is so big that it even has its own outdoor European style cafe in the garden center. So you're probably going to want to sit down for this one. Welcome to BACHMAN'S in Minneapolis, Minnesota. It is huge, and you're greeted, of course, out front with these beautiful containers, which you're going to see in a little bit why I'm highlighting them, because even though fresh flowers aren't being displayed outside at all places, they use faux flowers, but they look beautiful. You can use them year after year, but this is what most containers around the area still look like, winter. So very impressive, and I'm sure these bench planters look very amazing once those are planted. But then as soon as you walk through the door, you are greeted with a gift and decor items, and then you actually have 3 doors that you can go through. That's one that I didn't even make it in. I actually made it through a third of the garden center before we had to go. But they have a lot of faux florals, faux succulents, because you know what? Why not? No maintenance. They look really cool, and even you can get some really cool display ideas. I love wire anything, especially wire carts. And I don't know about you, is it just me? I'm kind of obsessed with green, although seasonally I can get obsessed with green in the fall, apparently in the spring now, but these green birdhouses, just love. And even just using crates, you can just get display ideas. Put on a finial on the top of a birdhouse. It looks super cool. And some of this footage is vertical, but I had to include it, and I don't know what I was doing. I think I was just an overload. But look at that. It's actually a cafe that they have in the garden center. I didn't even have time to get a cart because there's just no time to shop. I did grab a few things, but look at all the beautiful spring color. So beautiful. I just, my mouth was open the entire time. Whoever lives around the Minneapolis area, I don't know, do you go here a lot? It's just, I can't even imagine living close by here. But this kind of aesthetic, I kind of like it. It's like a curiosity sort of garden decor. I just love it. And there's a lot of metallics. I don't know if you've noticed, a lot of metallics, mushrooms, of course, in the stores. And garden centers can be a pretty penny for certain items. So you always want to check places like Home Goods. And then here's some photos that I took that I just had to include because just everywhere you looked, it was beautiful and spring had sprung. This may give you some sort of an idea, and this is just one room, of how massive this place is. There's just something to look at every single place that you look, and so many ideas. I love these, any kind of succulent arrangements, and in the little containers, in terrariums, globes. You can find these so many places at your thrifting adventures, and just put in some of your favorite rocks, because any gardener, I'm sure, is a rock collector. I am a rock collector wherever I go, and it can be just so much fun, and you can get so many ideas. And I just love succulents, especially in the spring, because they're all pastel and they're beautiful. And the fresh flowers they had were just stunning, and who doesn't want to see that this time of year? Beautiful begonias. I love them. Such pretty colors. I kind of like the pink ones myself. And any kind of metal wire, just sign me up. And these would be really cool. I'm sure they're meant for ice, but I would plant them. These little picks, I just love little picks. They could add something to just a very small container, a gift item. And these were a little bit sparkly. I'm kind of kicking myself that I didn't get a few of these. But also very easy to DIY. African violets, I'm on board with them this year. This is the first year that I've gotten them. Now here is a shot of the cafe. It looks like a French cafe. I mean, seriously, and I want that so bad. A double-tiered fountain planted up with goodies for spring. Oh my goodness, how beautiful. I didn't even have time to go into the cafe. Like I had 30 minutes. That's all I had was 30 minutes. I actually zoomed in here a little bit to see what exactly do they serve in there, because I could probably spend hours there. I think like your basic cookies, muffins, probably coffee, etc., etc. Oh, how fun would that be? And driving outside, because we were at a fish store across the street, I had no idea it was so big. It looked big, but it did not look this big. These beautiful arrangements, I love. They're so much fun because all you need is a basket or a container. You can even leave these potted plants in their plastic nursery pots, put them in, and maybe line your basket with some plastic, add some ferns, whatever you're feeling, and there you go. Moss on the top so you can't tell that there's pots in there, and there you go. A bow. Each one is prettier than the other one, but so much fun. Now I do always look at the little mini section because I love miniatures, and who doesn't love fairy gardens? I think they should come back. A lot of people still do them, and I still always will because I love miniatures. This little guy, I had to decide which one I was gonna get because he reminds me of Treebeard, and I'm a huge C.S. Lewis fan, and of course his friend J.R.R. Tolkien, he actually created Treebeard in honor of C.S. Lewis because he reminded him of him. So I needed a little Treebeard that I picked out. And then head planters, oh my goodness, look at these. I am still kicking myself that I didn't get little cherub. And then these picks, I actually got a couple of these picks. They're just moss-covered butterflies. That would be a fun project too, to do little moss picks with other things. But that is your tour. I hope you enjoyed it, got some inspiration, and also enjoyed seeing all the beautiful spring colors. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next week.